Let's start this bitch.
Get this ball rolling, sir.
You want to hear this misadventure that I have, and like what today of why I'm like really bad at planning out my days, my off days.
Why is that? Please tell me. I would love to know.
Today, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take Yoshi out on a walk, and like we're gonna go like for a long walk, maybe even a run. I don't know. Maybe if I'm not feeling too lazy, I wanted to get some exercise today, so let's take Yoshi on a walk. So I took Yoshi, and then like right before I was about to take Yoshi outside for his normal bathroom stuff, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna want like an energy drink today. So maybe I should just get like, maybe I should just take him on his normal outing and then go to the gym and get an energy drink there. Because my gym's like in it, like literally 2 blocks away now, because it's part of my job at this school, right?
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I was like, cool, that's new plan. We're not just gonna take Yoshi out on his normal using the bathroom, and then like go to the gym after that. Walk to the gym. Walked to the gym, worked out for a very short amount of time. Not gonna lie, I was not feeling it today. And then I went to the vending machine that they have energy drinks, and I was like, damn, they only have like Mountain Dew Kickstarters. Not really my vibe. And I was like, well, my job is like in a different building, but it's just like 2 blocks down that way, like down a long ass hill. So I was like, okay, let me just do that. More walking, a little more exercise. Fuck it. Went down there to the building. The building's closed. And I was like, God damn it. And I was like, okay, well, you know what? Now I'm a little bit further away from like this convenience store that I know for a fact has good energy drinks. It's like maybe like 5 blocks away at this point. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll walk 5 blocks down. I'll walk all the way down to the convenience store. And for some reason, when I get there, I was like, you know what? I've never had, I mean, I've never had, but I don't get boba that often. And I don't know what I like. So let me go down there and get it. And so that's why I have this little thing right now. And I
And
basically
I'm
walked.
seriously so jealous.
But
It looks so good.
here's the thing. I don't think I like the boba that I got.
What flavor?
Is the boba the balls?
It's the whole thing is yeah.
What
Boba, I think, literally means balls.
okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
the balls are like not my favorite. Uh I think I got tapioca
Really. Well, there
for the balls,
that's
or
like standard. They're tapioca balls. That's what they are.
well,
And it doesn't really have much flavoring. You add flavor to it.
yeah. I
And
had like
usually
a standard
like the
milk tea.
standard is like brown sugar, like syrupy, like sweet.
Damn, I should have got that. But I get so nervous when I'm asking for new shit that I don't know.
Dude,
That's why I just eat cheeseburgers and pizza. It's because I'm like, I know I like a pepperoni pizza. Sure, why not?
I feel the exact same way. Like in my brain I'm like, "Oh, I could use really nice coffee. I go to Starbucks." But then I sit there and I think about standing there just completely just dumbstruck with all that I have no idea what to even start with. So
That's
I just
why
don't even I just get like a McDonald's coffee or like make it myself.
online ordering is my fucking jam, because I get to sit there on my phone and like look through all the options and tell, like, okay, the reason I got tapioca was actually because she was like, okay, what do you want in there? Because I thought if I just said it, it would come with a normal soda. She's like, okay, what kind of like thing? And I think she said like sweetener do you want or something like that. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And she said, did you say tapioca? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh god, I'm getting like so much like I feel for you, man. That's exactly what happens anytime I try and order anything new. It's like you're like living the shut-in life. Like you adventure out one time and it's like the most harrowing experience
Dude,
and
I hate it.
it's just ordering a fucking drink.
It really is.
It shouldn't be this hard, but
But
it is.
there's also like a lot of people there too, so I couldn't like stall out and go like, well,
Bro,
what should I usually get? I was just like, give me anything, bro. Just and it's
you're
not my
stronger than
favorite.
me. You're stronger than me because I would have just if I see more than 5 people, I'm like,
Well,
I'm
that's the
going.
thing. There's only like 4 people in there, and then they've a line formed behind me. Like
Oh my god.
not because of me, but like they
You're
just naturally came in after me.
you're making me nauseous just thinking about all this that you've gone through.
So
Like,
I
gee
grabbed this. No, barely any caffeine in it. I think I looked it up actually because I didn't know how much caffeine. There's like
mhm,
50 things of caffeine in here,
50
and
units.
yeah, 50 chads of caffeine in here. According like but like comparing
So
that to my energy drinks that usually have like 250, this doesn't do as
so,
much as I
like,
wanted.
what's the tea flavor? Like I know the balls are tapioca, right?
I just got like milk, standard milk tea, I think.
Okay, so it's probably
The
it's
the
usually
actual liquid is my favorite part. The actual
is it
liquid
like
is like
okay, does it
is
taste kinda like Fruit Loops?
no. It literally tastes like milk, but I'm having a great time. So then I got this, not my best choice, and then I walked back like a mile back home, and it was just such a long day
What about
of
Yoshi?
doing nothing. I mean, I took Yoshi out, but not like on the long, long walk
And
because
so
I just went from the gym because none of
you
that
just
was expected to
you
happen.
failed your boy, you
None,
failed your boy. Look
none
at
of,
him walking away sad. Play
none
some
of,
Charlie Brown music right now.
none of that was supposed to happen. It was all supposed to just be like, go to the gym. They have a vending machine filled with energy drinks. I was like, I don't want a Kickstarter. The other vending machine at my building has something better. Let me go to there. And they just turned it to like an hour long walk. I'm happy I got the walk though. You know, it makes me feel a little
Mhm.
bit more like
I'm sure you are very happy you got to walk
Yoshi
that
walks all
day.
the time, bro.
Yeah, yeah, walking back and forth. He
uh,
gets his steps in.
but yeah. Anyway, so
Any
also another discovery. I have this
Mhm.
giant hill next to my my job, which is like 3 blocks from my house, and the job is literally like halfway down the hill. And
Oof.
this is actually the second time this week. I don't do it often, but the second time this week where I like walked from the bottom of the hill to the top of the hill because usually I just take the shortcut of just going up my building and going up the elevator and then getting halfway through the hill and then walking the rest of that hill if I need to go down there. And so today was the second time that I did it, and I actually understand how hikers can be so exhausted from doing that. I've never like I know that's just me being naive, but I've never actually understood that of like why hiking is so exhausting or like actually not really so exhausting, but like it's a workout, you know?
It
People
uses a lot more muscles,
yeah, like
like a
people
lot.
there's some like content creators I know that their normal like morning exercise is go on this like famous hike in LA that's just like through these like mountains or whatever. It's like and I'm like really just like walking that? Like they're not running. I mean, I think some of them run like for half of it, but they're like, "Oh yeah, we just like ran a little bit then just walked the rest of the way, blah blah blah." But they're like, "Yeah, but the first time you do it, you're like it's a wake up call of how much it is." I'm like, "Really? It's just walking." But going up that hill, god damn, I feel like an old ass man. I like by the end of it, I'm walking the entire way, and I'm like by the end of it, I'm like, it's like don't breathe too heavy, man. You're just walking up the hill. But I do feel better though because I see other people that walk like halfway up that hill and they need to take a break. They like stand on the side and go like, holy shit, dude. Because like it's like the hill's so steep that your feet are like this. I don't know if you can
Yeah, I
see
get
that, but it's like fucking. Anyway, that's my adventure and how I'm like kind of bummed out that I have this and not like a Mountain Dew Kickstarter. But you know,
you.
whatever.
You made your bed, you gotta lie in it.
Hmm.
At least you get, like, a beverage and a snack,
Yeah,
you
I
know what I
guess.
mean?
Hmm. Is a snack
Can
you
you imagine if Mountain Dew had chunks in it?
made me throw up, dude. It'd be like chunks of radiation. Dude, I saw the video again. Do you remember the old video with like the lady explaining how Monster is like the devil's drink? Do you remember that?
Oh my god,
And she was
yes.
like, but dude, the part that I lost it, even though I've seen it before, but I saw it again today. The part that I lost it was when she was like, and there is no disputing. Oh, I was about to do it with this drink, but I can't. She's like, but there's no disputing that right here is a cross. And what do you do when you drink? Bottoms up. That was just like, God damn it. And then she tries to just be like, I'm just saying, maybe it's some things that we should think about. Oh my god, it's so funny.
I
Anyway,
haven't thought about this video.
what have you been up to this
Okay,
week? It's been like
so,
2 weeks since I've talked to you.
as you can see from my sweatshirt that, I've been on vacation at Holden Beach,
Mm-hmm.
and, as you can tell, like, I really got some sun. I'm, like, super tan now, like, unbelievably tan.
Fuck yeah.
Like, you've never even seen me this
Yeah.
tan,
Yeah.
except, I was there for a week and it rained probably, uh, 5 out of the 7 days.
I don't know when's the
So,
last time I've gone to a beach, actually. It's
you
been a
probably
quite
only
some
ever
time.
watched beach episodes.
Yeah.
Freaking weed.
Yeah. Fucking nerd.
But anyway, while I was there, I was just sitting there, not much to do, and we start watching Better Call Saul. and like going hard. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't even seen Breaking Bad. I
God.
know, I
Okay.
know.
Better Call Saul is better than
Mm,
Breaking Bad.
really?
It's so good.
I have not heard that, but
It's not as
I don't.
action heavy. It's like it's more funny. It takes the best characters from Breaking Bad and pretty much gives them their own show.
Yeah, I've
In
heard
my
that like it lives up to like a
it,
continuation of that
it at
or like a
least like
development of it.
keeps the standard.
Yeah, but I haven't heard that it's better than Breaking
But
Bad.
anyway, I'd already seen it, so I'm sitting there. I'm like, what can I do? So I crack open. I start playing a Pokemon game, and I'm telling you, man, I got probably within the week, I got 50 shiny Pokemon. Like I was just like cranking them out like crazy, crazy, crazy. So now I'm like, it's like I hit the fucking lottery and I can't stop. I can't. Every time I hear that sound, I like get like this huge adrenaline rush. So
Is
I've
there
just been like,
is
I'm
there a
up to
special
like,
sound? Is there a special sound when it comes to the shiny Pokemon?
yes, yeah. Oh my
Oh.
god, yeah. And it's like, do you know that meme of that monkey where it's its brain? It's like stimulation. It's like me. It's just like the pleasure centers in my brain are hitting every time I hear that noise.
I'm only like accustomed to like the shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Go, and there's no like notification at all that it's a shiny Pokemon. It's just
There
like you
would
go
be
to
if we had the sound on.
gotcha.
I
I just
honestly I could probably, like, rank because every game it's different. I could probably rank them right now. Let's do a
which
tier list of the shiny sounds.
what's your top one? Tell me your top one.
I mean, right now, it's gotta be Legends Arceus. It's real crisp. It's like a ka-ting!
Hmm?
Like, it's so good.
Is that like a character that or a Pokemon that came during like Diamond and Pearl?
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I thought. Diamond and Pearl was kind of my shit still. Honestly, that was like I was still into
dude,
Pokemon around that time.
you would love Legends Arceus because it's like it took it to, like, the past. It's like feudal Japan, and it's less of like a it's still got turn-based stuff, but Pokemon like actually come at you. I think we've talked about it a little bit before, but I've just been and it's like I probably spent 300 plus hours on that game cuz like
I thought you was about to say dollars. I was about to be Patrick. What the fuck?
no, no, that's Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
But like you have to it's like there's like ways to like raise the shiny rate.
Mhm.
So I beat the game. I completed the Pokédex, which is like catching 20 of each Pokemon, seeing a bunch of different stuff. It's like way more in depth than just catching it.
20 of each seems.
It depends, but like sometimes it's like you have to like see them do certain moves,
Oh,
like
okay.
catch them in certain conditions, stuff like that.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
And then you can go even further. It's like you can get their rank to 10 and that's like most of the stuff is done, but then you can get like all of it and that raises the shiny rate. And I've just been fucking grinding and grinding and getting all these fucking shinies, man. It's like I don't need a girlfriend. I don't need
Fuck him.
a fulfilling job. I don't need
Exactly.
a child or anything. I got the dopamine
I mean,
of catching shiny
are
Pokemon.
any of them going to defend you when another Pokemon trader comes around? No.
Psh, no, like are they gonna learn fucking takedown and kill my enemies? No.
No, not at
They're
all.
gonna they're gonna cower behind them. But it's like I've been playing that. I've been playing the Diamond and Pearl remake. I've been playing Pokemon Go like crazy, trying to get shinies in there.
I've been pretty obsessed with Pokemon Go. I haven't been like
It's hitting.
I
It's
have
hitting again.
I haven't been going to like gyms that often to like fight in raids or anything like that.
Hmm.
But
Just
I've
catching a
been
little fella.
yeah, I've just been watching. I've been watching like pretty regularly, just checking when there's something near me. I just evolved. What was it called? Like an Aggron or something like that. I was a little upset because I thought it was gonna be like a lot better than it was. It was like only like 2,500. Because like the middle whatever it was the middle tier evolution was like 1,700. So I was about to go
Aron.
crazy. And then yeah, I just
They
went to
can they can get pretty beefy. I have a couple 3000s.
really well.
Yeah,
Damn.
you just have to have a shit ton of Stardust and candies. Like
Do you level up your Pokemon that often? Like boost them?
it depends. I usually like I find one that's got pretty good stats and I hold on to it for like because I've been playing all 6 years. I've held on to Pokemon for 6 years, and finally I'm like, oh, I have enough candy and Stardust to actually like make it usable.
Yeah.
So like it's like you don't have to like you can't pay to make them better, but it's definitely a time investment to like get something that is actually like good.
Yeah, I'm keeping on to all my Tricos and just looking for a better one. Because like I have a Sceptile that's like a 2300, but I want one of them to be like my top dog. One
I get you
Sceptile
right.
that's going to be all the way up there, but can't find them.
That's because I have 'em, bitch. I have a
No,
perfect datted Sceptile.
no, my Sceptile though that is like 23. I think it's 2300. Maybe it's like around 2500. He is fucking
Mhm.
insane. I texted you the other day where he just like soloed like 1v3'd one person when I was on my last leg and he was the only one left. It was insane. His attack speed is nuts, and then he gets his like I think it was like Leaf Blade or whatever. Um, After like so fast, and it was insane. Like every time they would just a new Pokemon would come in, I would attack like 3, 4 times before like by the time I
That's
got one attack, and then
that's
I
like the best way to deal with comms is just like to have a Pokemon that has a real quick charge up and then you just spam and they can't keep up. But did you know that there's actually like an official tournament for Pokemon Go? Like a bunch of guys just tapping their phones and they were like
how does
there's
that
like a
even
whole
work?
like big deal about it. It's
Like,
it's
is it just like looking for the right move sets and then knowing when to use your shields? Is that
pretty
it?
much, yeah. And like I
I
guess
feel like I don't know. For me,
there's
it
you
felt
could
like the
I don't
battling
know the
system.
whole meta, but there's, like, a whole meta, like, you have to have this Pokemon with these moves and this much whatever, and I don't really follow that stuff because I feel like that kinda
Yeah,
kills all
I feel
the
like
joy of picking Pokemon you like, but
the battling system is not like that in depth for me, but it or at least like from what I can see. But yeah, like you said, the joy of the Pokemon Go is just like kind of going on your own adventure and finding a Pokemon you like and be like, I'm gonna keep this one. And I'm gonna try to get him to be like the top dog.
mhm, mhm,
Oh,
and then I just wait for community days, and then I get, like, 20 shinies of the same one. Oh, oh,
I actually saw a video recently. Did you know that apparently uh there's like a theory that Pikachu's in the show Pikachu's level gets reset every season? Did you know that?
I mean, you can kinda tell because he's
No, no,
acting
no,
like
no.
a
But
little
there's like
bitch.
an actual like evidence for each season. It's not just
Really?
like it's not like they just look at him and go like, well, last season he was beating a legendary Pokemon, and this time he's like losing, so his level has to be lower. But like that's the reason that's the thing that sparked the interest. Everybody was like, how is he losing now to like a first evolution wild Pokemon?
Right, it's
But he
been
beat I
20
think.
years.
But
He'd be level 100 by now.
so at the beginning of every season, there is an instance where he gets shocked by something, and everybody says that that is where his level gets reset, and they think that like the showrunners do that on purpose because it's every season
Like, little
in
they're
the
like
first season, like in the first thing, like it's like
I'll
a
give
big
them credit.
shock too. It's not like a random like Pokemon use
Mhm.
electricity move or whatever. It's like an actual like he gets shocked by like a legendary Pokemon, or he gets like something like he gets trapped in something and it like electrocutes him or whatever, and it like fries him, and then they're like, yep, now his levels reset. Which is nuts.
I'll give them credit, though, because they keep track of shit. Like, they're
Yeah.
especially, like, I've seen all kinds of clips for the newest season. They have so many callbacks to all the older episodes. It's so cool. But one thing, they have, like, like, a graph showing, like, stats. One of the it was, like, all of the, like, Elite Four, like, leaders. It was, like, Cynthia, what's her name? Diana, bunch of other people, and one of the stats was experience,
Hmm.
and Ash's was, like, 2. His was, like, tiny. I'm like, "He's been going longer than all these motherfuckers, and you
Yeah.
give him that little experience? Like, are you kidding me?"
That's why.
But it's
Oh,
just I could talk about Pokemon probably forever. So, if you wanna move on to something else, we can.
well, okay. I did want to bring this one thing up because I thought about this in this past week.
Mhm.
Somebody like I saw videos of Naruto again this week, and I was like, man, the show is really good. I feel like I'm hating on it a little bit more because you know One Piece is like
Right.
a
One
poison
Piece
that gets you.
supremacy.
that gets in you and thinks that everything else is worse. But like Naruto was a really good show.
I like Naruto.
But the
I'm gonna say it flat out before I say anything. I like it.
but I thought of and it got me thinking about like I don't know, like our past episodes where I've talked about like Rock Lee and how he was a wasted character and all this shit. And I
Mhm.
was like, it would be such a good show if there was one character who didn't have any of the abilities but had to compete with everybody who had the normal abilities, and he had to just work really fucking hard to get it. And then and to compete with all these other guys that are just naturally gifted. But do you know what show that is?
I feel it's in the back of my brain.
That's
Just say
fucking
it.
Black Clover, dude. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing of
Yeah.
the show. They were like somebody who created Black Clover. I don't know any of the people who did that, but like, so whoever originally created the show, I have a feeling that they saw that and they were like, damn, bro, why couldn't we have that? Why couldn't we have a dude that has to just compete with someone? To be fair though, they did go about it in a different way because you have to give him something that can compete with everybody. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
they
Well,
gave
they
him
gave
the
him his like
sword.
magic. They gave him his like magic ability that is like, oh, nobody else has this. So it's like the early stuff for sure, but I feel like they did turn him into somebody overpowered with a
Well, yeah,
niche, you know?
yeah. Well, like he still doesn't use he doesn't use any like magic ability. He just has like a weapon that absorbs magic. So like it's not really that he's using a special cast or anything like that. You know what I mean? So it is
Right.
still
It'd be
different.
like if they're all mages, he's like a oh
Like a
god,
sucker.
like
He
a
likes to suck
it's
them
like he's
all.
like a different class completely, and that he's
Yeah.
just surrounded by it, you know?
Yeah. And so like I do like it just like snapped
I
in my
I had to
brain.
I had to stop myself from using, like, D&D terms because I think that's dorky as shit when people do that.
Yeah, you fucking loser. But
You fucking degen. What are you doing here?
but yeah, the that it just like snapped in my brain. I'm like, dude, Rock Lee, or what's his name again?
Asta, whatever, yeah.
Asta. He's the
Asta.
fucking Rock
Hey!
Lee of his fucking show. They made him the main character, and he's pretty badass. That show's actually pretty good. But
I still haven't gone back.
I also can't get to their point. But like it gets apparently it's just supposed to be getting better and better. But I'm
Mhm.
stuck at this one part where it's like I don't know. I mean, definitely I think all the side characters of One Piece are more likable than the side characters of Black Clover.
Any show ever? Yeah.
But they do have like I got stuck at a part of Black Clover that is basically the whole fucking show of One Piece, where you know that there's a baddie at the end of it where they have to like go towards and fight towards.
Mhm.
Um, but they
That's
keep
just
getting
shonen,
they
bro.
but they keep getting stopped. No. I mean like in this specific way. There's a literally one that's causing mayhem right now, like terrorizing a town or invading a place.
And they got
But
to get to it.
they have to get to
They
him.
caught
But there's like multiple fucking people around, and they're like,
mhm.
oh, it's like no, I'm not gonna let you get to the big boy. Like and fucking
And then every time it's like, "Don't worry, I got this one."
yeah,
And
yeah,
there's another person out.
exactly. And but like this,
I just wanna see another Jujutsu Kaisen gang up. You
dude,
know what I'm talking about?
honestly, yes, dude.
Where they're just like, there's one guy's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna kick your all's ass," and then they're like, excuse me?"
Oh man, you know what I want to see more of One Piece, and I'm sure it's going to come up. I want to see more moments in every and you know they have had moments where it's like this, but I just want to see more of it because in every other crew that you run across in One Piece, there is a moment where like their captain is doing something and something else pops up and one of his guys just stops them and goes like, nah, you're not a part of this, or like, nah, you dealing with me, kind of shit. But like our main crew never gets that because they're all always like they're all the main characters. So they're all going on their own adventures and they're all doing their own shit. But sometimes I
Mhm.
just want a moment where you're like, and I did just get this though, kind of. I like it is pretty much what I'm speaking of, but I did just get this. I was thinking about this leading up to it. I finally reached the 1000th episode of One Piece. So that's pretty dope.
Ooh.
Um,
What was it? Because I was reading.
well, the I don't know if you know this, but on in the 1000th episode, they have the original intro for the show.
Aw.
Uh, like play. And then I think also the like little like buffers, or I guess it would be like leading to the commercials, the little
They
like
brought them back?
things they brought him like the
I
old ones
love
back.
I love those
I
transitions. Oh
I
my
I
god.
think they did. I'm pretty sure they did. Because it wasn't a normal ones. Because all the normal ones for Wano are like a little like they're like in a
Oh,
dojo, and then like he
right.
cuts it or
They
whatever.
they changed them. I forgot completely because they took
Um,
them away for a long time, and then I started reading, and I forgot that they brought them back, but made them Japanesey.
yeah, and so I'm pretty sure they did like it. Oh, if it's not the old one or like the original one, then it's just not the Wano ones. But yeah, and then they had like a really cool moment, and so they had. I don't know if you had this moment in the manga, but there's a moment before they reach the island when like they destroy the gate, and it's all of the Straw Hats together for the first time in forever, and I really love that. Where they had like the mugs and they like slam them on the ground, and they're like, "No, we have to wait until we win the battle." Have you seen that?
I just can't remember. I just can't remember either way. I
But
think I've seen a clip of it.
slam it together and they're like, yeah, let's fucking go. And I was like, I love that because we never see the Straw Hats all together, especially in the last like 3 arcs or so. Because like the last
Right.
3 arcs, they've all been like half of you go to Wano, the other one goes to Dressrosa, or yeah, like it's like Dressrosa, then half of them went to Zhao, and then they got pulled to Whole Cake, and then half of them went to Wano. It's just been chaos. And so
Mhm.
it was good to see them like that moment again.
All
And then
together. Yeah.
and then in the 1000th episode, I have such a problem with saying that, but let's just keep skipping it. Um, in the last in that episode, they had a moment where they did like a little bit of an introduction for all of them, which was really cool. Where they were once again they kind of got separated for their plan of like entering this island, and then they had a moment where they all reached right before they were about to help Luffy get to the top to fight Kaido with the nine samurai. They're
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and
Oh.
they had like a moment where they were like, yeah, he just like he got stopped from getting to the top with I think Zoro. I think that was before then, where Queen like grabs him and slams him back down, and
Mhm.
then the like that's when all of the Straw Hats like just appear. Oh, by the way, the moment I don't know how this made me feel so like warm and fuzzy inside, but the part when Frankie saves Nami from Big Mom and she runs to
Oh,
him and says like "Big Bro" and like
yeah.
hugs on him. That made me love Frankie
Was
so much for some reason. Like that was the
was that the
mo
part where he was, like, just on his motorcycle, just, like, whistling or something?
Yeah,
And then he's
him and
just like
Brooke were just singing the
was
entire
that a
time.
speed bump or something?
Yeah. And then
God,
the funny thing too is that when she hugged on him, he didn't react at all. Which was like the best like big bro thing ever.
right, he's just, like, keeping it cool because he's so fucking cool, man.
He really that was a moment where I was like, yeah, dude, he's a straw hat. I love him, man. He's great. He's great. Also, during that moment when Big Mom gets tossed away, I was thinking about what you said in the last podcast where you're just like, I just love goofy villains that just kind of do like nonsense, and they look all intimidating at first, but then they do like some goofy shit and you're just like, oh,
Mhm.
whatever. How do you feel about Big Mom then? Because like I feel like Big Mom kind of turned into that in multiple moments in Wano.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I think
she has intimidating moments,
that's
and
the
I'm
thing
sure
about her.
she's gonna come back and like have another crazy moment. But there's been so many moments where they kind of just toss her aside and she like falls apart and she
Well,
gets
that's the thing.
angry and then just like
She is so powerful, but so unpredictable, and that's one thing. It's like when I was reading, I was keeping it was keeping me on my toes because I don't know. Do you know what happens to her after she gets hit in the head?
uh, when they like toss her out of the building. That's all I saw. When like
Okay.
she starts rolling and like they're just the hands of Robin are just like making her spin down the stairs and out of the and then the fucking candy guy just like catches her or whatever.
I like Big Mom a lot. I think she just so much of what she does so nonsensical, but it makes so much sense for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Big Mom would definitely turn into like, and I don't know, so like, you might already have the answer to this.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't be surprised if at this point where I'm at, which I think I'm like 1,003, 1,003rd episode, something like that. Um if she kind of turns into like an emperor that Luffy still might need to kick her ass, but just kind of like she gets to stay as an emperor. You know what I mean? Like she's like that's kind of what I see. Like I could see it being of because she's definitely got turned into like a goofy villain that's kind of just like there. And in I think in his mind, like even though he did have that speech where he said, "I'm gonna kick your ass and I'm gonna kick Kaido's
Right,
ass,"
he's never
he
been,
def
like, afraid of her, I don't think.
yeah, he
Even though they did have to run away from her when she went psycho.
yeah. But like she gives off the vibe now where she could definitely be like complimentary where like, you know, maybe Luffy still doesn't like really fuck with her, but he'll let her like kick it, you know? And
Mhm.
she has her own little island, and like if you think about it, her structure for her island is actually not like the worst thing. I mean, like she does have like some like controlling aspects of her children that's kind of fucked up, but like like her island's whole thing was just like allowing anybody to come in, right?
Right,
And
but they
just
had to
like
pay the price.
yeah. So yeah, I could see Luffy just being like, whatever, man. Like you're just gonna stay there, and eventually Big Mom's gonna be like, ah, Luffy, I'm still gonna kill you. Like almost like her relationship with Kaido, you know,
Right, where
where
they were,
she
like, about to kill each other, and then they're like, "Ah, oh,
yeah,
buddy."
there's like ah, remember when we fought back in the day? That was crazy. But no, Kaido Kaido's just a villain. Kaido's gonna fucking Luffy. I think wants to actually kill him.
How much have you seen of him to this point? Because I know you see him Luffy punches him, and it doesn't really do much, and then he trains. Are they fighting yet?
No, Luffy has not started fighting. Yeah, he's still
Okay,
like
okay.
on his way up to the top. Dude, the fucking scene with the nine samurai stabbing him and bringing him to the ground, that was so good, bro. That was I can't
Yeah.
believe you haven't gone back and watched the show yet. Cuz the
Well,
animation is
I
so
mean,
good.
you keep talking about it, and that's probably what I'm doing after this once I'm done with
Dude,
other stuff.
that's what you said last podcast too though, to be fair. You said that last time. You've actually said that in the past 3 podcasts. Like when I was talking about the Reverie 5 episodes, you were like, yeah, I need to go watch it. I don't know what you're talking about. And then the next episode, I was like, did you ever watch it? You're like, no, I never did actually. Yeah, I'll do that right after this episode. Have you seen the 5 episodes with the
No,
Reverie? Yeah,
no.
exactly. You little bitch.
I do wanna watch the Wano stuff because that's,
Yoshi.
like, talked about was how good the animation was, you know?
It's so good. It's so good. The samurai has such a badass moment that I feel like the animation just really shows that they're actually like hella strong. And I
I
don't
tell you
know
though,
what.
what's the I had not seen the one what's his name? The guy who paints stuff, what's his name?
I don't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
That piece of shit.
Yeah.
I had not seen him in color, and I gotta say that was quite a shock whenever I first saw him because I had
Fucking
only ever seen him
terrifying.
in the pages. It's like it's not that bad in the manga because it's black and white, and then you see him and it's like that's just a fucking. He looks like a clown, but like
Yeah.
Even Buggy's kind of hot. What's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, I mean, have you also seen like the Raizo guy or whatever? Have you seen all of them?
Yeah, yeah. Raizo's the ninja.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
He
I've gotten all that. Yeah.
he also looks like a villain too. Okay, so I did want to talk about this because for everybody that's listening, I was texting Patrick like my live interpretations of like what I thought who I thought the spy was going to be and everything like that. And so I went through a roller coaster of emotions. The first person I didn't like was and this was before I saw the whole Odin backstory, which that shit was fucking crazy. Seeing Roger and all that stuff, fucking
Oh yeah,
crazy.
that was
Um,
amazing.
that was such a good episode, and like I right almost immediately after that, actually I commented on his TikTok because I said, "Bro, I just saw this last night, and you perfectly explained how I felt." There was something in me that felt so fucking happy seeing uh Roger's crew get to the One Piece and have that conversation of like, "Oh, what should we call this?" And he's like, "Laugh Tale" and all this shit. That like hearing the music play and all this stuff while they're like watching it. God damn. Once again, another thing you need to go see, bro. Like you just need to see it. Like actually like visualize it with the music that they're playing
I
and
think
all
that's where I
it's
was. I think that's what I got up to. I saw the Roger stuff because I don't know. I remember maybe not.
I mean
I think
you
I've
must have
just
had to
seen a
skip around.
million. I've seen a million clips
I,
of
I was gonna say you must have had to
Odin's
skip
dance
around.
because Odin's dance when it came out that was all over TikTok.
Really.
Like it
Uh,
was crazy.
seeing that made me so fucking happy. And just like, oh, I love their crew. I do want to see what else everybody else in his crew was capable of, though, because from what we saw, which I know that is probably not true, but from what we saw, because like they were only highlighting certain people. I want like
Mm,
there was not that many people, strong people there. There was like Roger, his um Riley, then Odin, and then like when he was facing with Whitebeard in that island, the other two people that were like noticeable. Actually, I think he had like the other guy that was like piloting the ship. Um, but then like other than those people, the other two fighters that we saw was like Buggy and Shanks, and
and
they
they
were like
weren't doing shit
apprentices.
'cause they were kids. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, they like I don't know. I don't know if I don't
I
think
don't
we'll
think
ever get
he
it, honestly.
I don't think he wanted to get too deep
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it. He's got so much to do already.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't think we're ever going to see it, but I'm just curious. I'm just curious of like
He could shoot it off. He could do like a prequel,
maybe that'd be dope.
in 10 years when he's done.
Dude, when after
It'll be the anti-Baruto.
no, it might be a bard. So we can't write that off that it could be really good.
No,
Like we can't
they're going the
say
other direction.
oh yeah. But we can't say that it will be good because sometimes knockoffs or whatever secondhand shows are rough.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, I did have like a little moment of realization of how powerful people from Wano are and how many like badass people they got. Because like I feel like I thought about that when the nine like all around the same time where the nine samurai were like hitting Kaido, and then Yamato was like facing with Luffy, which I guess that's kind of like not fair because it's Kaido's kid and all that stuff. So like of course they're gonna be strong. But then you also had like Cat Viper and the other Dogstorm, and then you had Odin, and I was like, there's so many like strong people that just came from Wano that just naturally became part. Oh, and the other the shooting guy from Whitebeard's crew, and I was like, there's just so many like naturally strong people that just like went off and did crazy things all from this one island, and I was like, that's nuts, that's crazy. Um, but yeah, I don't know, I just thought it was cool, and oh yeah, the spy thing. I'll go over the spy thing real quick because we should probably be wrapping up
Yes,
soon.
we
Uh,
off shot quite a bit.
the spy thing. So I thought so first of all, I didn't like the ninja girl. The what's I don't remember her name, like Shinobu or something like that.
Right.
I didn't like
It's just Shinobu, I think.
I didn't like her when I first saw her. This was before the backstory. That's actually where we fill up because I talked about the backstory of what happened with Odin and everything like that. I didn't like her before the backstory because I don't know. She felt like a very like offset character. She felt like they just kind of threw in there and was like, here's another character that like doesn't really matter. Here you go. Like at least at first, they're like, there you go. Here's another friend that wants to help you. And then she kind of did some sketchy stuff. She did some stuff where she was like not trying to like it felt like she wasn't trying to help them achieve their goals. She was like the guy that was like the person that was like, I don't know if we should do this, guys. I don't know if this is the right move. And so I was like sketched out by her. And then there was way early on, they kind of like they kind of talked about how there might be a spy amongst them. But then we had the backstory, and I was like, okay, it can't be her. She can't be the spy because she wasn't with them when they went to go. Like she wasn't a part of the crew before they fought Kaido. It was like after that whole thing where she was like, hey, I want to help you guys out. And then what's it called? And then like immediately my first thought was Raizo or the painter guy because I was like, they just look like villains. They just do. They both look like fucking menaces, and they're probably the ones that I care the least about in the out of like the nine samurai because they just look fucking weird. And
I definitely like Raizo more.
I mean, yeah, of course
before
I.
it happened.
Even before the reveal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just felt like these both gave villain vibes. But then, what's it called? There was, I wish I remembered all of my reasoning for thinking this, but right before, because I was debating in my head, and once again I had those two locked in of like those two are gonna be the spies, or like one of them's gonna be the spy, and then I had like a revelation where Kiku, right, the
Kiku?
yeah, she she's the one who stayed back at Wano when they all left, so she could easily give information to people while they were all gone. Uh, oh my god, I wish I could remember more of the reasoning. But basically, I pieced together so much shit, and I was also thinking it had to be one of the people who got sent to 20 years in the future because they're the only ones who knew that they came back. You know, not even the other samurai who lived throughout those 20 years knew that they were back.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I was like, it has to be one of them. And then there was like a bunch of more reasoning. But I texted you saying, bro, it's her. Calling it right now. Kiku. Done. Locked in. And then like maybe 5 minutes later, it got revealed that it was the other guy. And I was like, damn it, bro. Fuck. And I was so upset. Because I think I even texted you that too. I was like, I thought they were just trying to bait you. I thought they were trying to give you the nicest person who just looked the most innocent. And then also Zoro kept bringing up that it felt like she was hiding something. And yes, I feel like that would be a really good bait to be like, oh, she was hiding something because she's one of the 9 samurai. But like, what if it was also like, no, she's also like a double spy? Like, whoa, what the fuck? So that's like there's like a lot of evidence at the moment where I was like, everything else is a bait. It's fucking her. But no, it was just the easy option. It was the evil looking clown dude.
He kept quiet quite a bit.
He did. Like once it was revealed, I was like, bro, honestly though, like I haven't heard much from him or Raizo, but it kind of makes sense too because they were a big part before they got to Wano, so they had to spend a little bit more time talking about all the new like samurai that were being introduced and their backstories and all that stuff. So they did have to kind of keep quiet in the background.
Which just naturally happens in these shows with a billion fucking characters.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, so I'm making my way. I'm almost caught up. No, I don't know. I think it's like, and then I'm gonna be sad because I don't know what else I'm about to do with the rest of my life. 1002 is where I'm at.
I told you, as soon as you're caught up, we're starting over.
1002, and there's 1030 episodes. That's wild. And I'm pretty sure from the thumbnails that I just saw in there, they're still fucking fighting. That's so annoying, bro. I'm not even gonna see the end of the fight by then.
In the manga, they just are transitioning. You know, the transition between they just getting there. There was one new anime I wanted to talk about a little bit. We could just end on it.
Yeah, sure.
There's an issue though, and it's just Japan being Japan. It's called I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but it's like Licorice Recoil.
Mm-hmm.
It's about orphan girls becoming assassins, and like they like blend into Japan and like take out threats before they become like a big threat. And it's like such a good mix of like cutesy, like hanging out because the main character they all like work at a cafe
Mhm.
and like just like action movie level like fight choreography, like super cool shit. Like you should definitely check it out. With
Probably
the
should.
asterisk, I was like literally about to text you, like you need to watch this show, and
Mm.
then there was an episode where one of the major plot points is what type of underwear one of these girls wears.
Fuck yeah. I mean, what?
So it's
Wait, aren't
like
they children?
the other like one. I don't know how old. They're definitely too young,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not straight like porn shit. It's like the etchy type of ooh oh
Gotcha.
girls panties ooh
Gotcha.
But it's like this could have been such a good thing if it weren't for
I genuinely
all
don't
the
understand why every single anime, no matter how good, except for like Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen, but like every other anime has to have like some pervy character or something where they emphasis a girl's like boobs or whatever, and I'm just like, dude, why? Like, why is this necessary? Why are there
It's
like
like when we were 14, it was like, "Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yes, yes. High School of the Dead is peak." And now it's like, "Come on, man.
oh,
Just let me enjoy this."
speaking of Game of Thrones, I thought about this because one of my friends,
Huh?
uh, you said Game of Thrones earlier, like way earlier. and like the
Right.
whole
That was so long ago.
no, 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 but it relates to
And
this. It
I
relates to this though.
okay,
That's the
okay.
thing. It relate the speaking like I guess I just meant in my mind of speaking of like Game of Thrones being a hot topic. One of my friends
Mhm.
started Game of Thrones again because of the
Oof.
new show because he's like never
Mhm.
fully watched it, which I probably going to do soon too. Because I only got to like season 3 of Game of Thrones.
You
Uh,
could get probably up to the last season and it'll be good.
Gotcha. The somebody
Me
said season 6. I could stop there too.
yeah, I was thinking that.
He said he started watching that again, and I recall this conversation because he when he said that I was like, oh, there's a lot of boobs in season 1, and he's like, yeah, they are. And I was like, I don't know why. I was like, just enjoy while
The
you
first
can.
couple of seasons, it's like drawing you in like, "Hey, man, and that's what HBO did before the internet. It's like, essentially porn, here you go.
Yeah, and I remember it was actually at a job that I worked with you where we met.
Mhm.
When I was watching this, the when I watched through like the first couple seasons, one of our coworkers was like said that exact same thing to me. It's like, oh yeah, for some reason, like it's like yeah, like season 1's good, but like for some reason in that first season, it's just like straight like a porno. Like they just has sex
Yeah.
for all the time for no reason. And in back of I was like, yeah, dude. And in back of my mind, I was like, that's going away. What the fuck, dude? I was like, what? We're losing that? We're losing the booba? Fuck.
And I feel like that's, like, the HBO standard for anything mature is, like, start off real strong with some graphic nudity, graphic sexual scenes,
They do want to
and then
like
get
they do want to catch you in with like, whoa, shock factor, boobs, and then they like, okay, we now that you're here, now that you're hooked, let's throw
now
an
that
actual
now that you
story
think
at
this
you.
could happen again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, we've been going on for quite some
Anywho,
time. Might
yes.
be time to wrap it up. You have anything else to say? Actually,
Um,
you know what? Since we do this like
what?
every other like week or so, maybe it wouldn't be a bad thing for you to like at the end of episodes to if you have one. It doesn't need to be like every single episode. But maybe like have one to like show to recommend to somebody if they're looking out for anything. And then it also goes for me too because I'm about to end One Piece and it's about to be really sad.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna have anything to watch. So maybe like
Um,
maybe it doesn't even have to be something that you either finished or you like actually watched ever. Maybe it could just be one that you heard and you're like, sounds dope. Go give it
okay.
a try.
Um, so
You did
my
give that
aster
you did give that one.
that's my asterisk, go try it out, is Licorice Recoil, because, like, you ignore all of the sketchy shit, it's pretty good. It's like remember Akuma Drive?
Yeah.
Giving me that kind of vibe without all the, like, absolute nonsense.
Do they have more of
It's more grounded in reality, but it's like action movie level, like, thinking.
yeah.
Nothing crazy can happen besides, like, super, like, tight, cool moves and choreography.
Do they have more fighting scenes so far than Akudama Drive? Because I felt like they started off so strong and then they just like in the last like half of the show they just
I mean,
forgot all the fighting.
something cool has happened at least every episode, I feel like.
I dope. Anyway, I guess we should end it. Peace out,
Let's
homies.
end it all right here. We'll see you next time. Bye.